Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are finishing up some of our megastructures and starting to think about getting ready to go to war. That will be good. A Leviathan has been defeated. Okay, that's not a big deal. Like, that's super easy to do at this stage of the game. We're going to grab some army damage here, and let's check in on our Strategic Coordination Center. 720 days remaining, so that will definitely finish up this episode. That's great, because that will allow us to really start working in on upgrading our bastions with their correct number of defense platforms. Now, we could get it a second ion cannon, and then fill out the rest with defense platforms. That might not be a terrible idea. It'll be an expensive idea, but it might not be a terrible one. This tech world, however, does need some housing. We'll put some in. This industrial world needs a job. Easy enough. And actually, we may as well upgrade that to a capital complex. Wonderful. Otherwise, everything looks good on our colonies for right now. Our fleets are currently at a strength of about 120k, and we have 4 of them. Now, I want to bring that up. There's no doubt about that. And we are, to that end, working on production of a Juggernaut. That'll help. There's also the Colossus there that we could theoretically output, but I'm not too keen on that right now. Honestly, I feel like the Colossus doesn't really fit our ethos that well, so we'll probably hold off on that one. Now, we are currently in need of putting up a Mega Art Installation or Interstellar Assembly site, and I think the Mega Art Installation is probably the correct one to do. But we are working on 3 megastructures at a time right now. Our Science Nexus is currently 79% done with its construction site. Excellent. There's additional armor. Let's go for Strikecraft damage next. That will be absolutely fine. Our Sentry Hub is 110 days away from its next upgrade. You can see currently what our Sentry Hub range is. It's about that. So we can reach, what? That's about a quarter of the way across the galaxy, maybe a third. Probably a third, actually. The next upgrade will be 2/3 across the galaxy, and then the last one will be unlimited range. Which will be very convenient for us, by the way, in planning our wars. So that will be fantastic to have. Now, don't be fooled by us going negative in consumer goods. We're not actually going negative in consumer goods. We're selling a bunch. In fact, we could probably just go ahead and scale that back. Maybe not quite that far. Something like that, perhaps. We'll see what that does to our energy credits. Yeah, that's fine, actually. We have a new colony, so we're going to need to handle that, of course. We want a leisure district and 3 habitation districts for now. And we also want a gene clinic in here just as soon as we can, and I believe I passed it. Yes, I did. Wonderful. This tech world needs... I was going to say it needs housing. Hold up. We'll get back to you in a moment. Yeah, we completed upgrading the Sentry Spire. That's fine. I was going to say that this needed housing, but it does not. We have a Grim 1 ruler unemployment here. We'll get downgraded eventually. We really have an amenities issue here. Is what we actually have. Now, why are we having an amenities issue here? That's the question that I have currently. And it's a good question. Just wondering if we want to remove one of these structures. Clerks provide amenities. We can just put in another city district. Yeah, that should be okay. Now, these guys are apparently being jerks. Representatives of the Grim Council, a temporary blockade is now in effect at Aswamade. Processing and transportation of food and minerals through this system are now subject to seizure by External Customs and Acquisitions Officer of the Bamat Thalassocracy. There we go. That's that word. All non-merchant vessels will be turned away or else fired upon. These conditions shall remain in effect until our ECA quotas can be met. Sometimes these customs checks can be stressful, we understand. Cooperate, and no one need be harmed. And please, rest assured that every grain and ore we solemnly claim will be put to good use within the Bamet Eco-Hab propagation scheme. We are grateful for your consideration. For a brighter, self-made future. You'll regret this. Actually, foodstuffs... Where is this? This isn't even our territory. We have nothing to do with this system. What? Okay. We have literally nothing to do with that system. Yet. This forge world needs a structure. It's a forge world, so you know what that means. An alloy foundry. Excellent. Oh yeah, we did complete the upgrade here on the Sentry Spire. We should get this upgraded to Sentry Aerials. Wonderful. You can see that we now reach roughly 2/3 across the galaxy, as I said. Fantastic. We need new research here. Let's see, we're doing okay on admin cap for right now. Let's just grab additional fleet command limit. That'll be fine. This generator world here, nothing we can do about this unemployment unless I wanted to move troops around, or not troops, but pops around. Science Nexus, we will get to you in a moment, but first, we could definitely use another commercial zone in this region. We've now begun the massive undertaking of constructing a Science Nexus. The foundation is in place, and preparations are underway to add the main hub. The promise of new groundbreaking technologies and the realization of ideas beyond our wildest imaginations await. And though the road ahead is long and full of challenges, we will have taken the first step. Could the endless mysteries of the universe finally be within our grasp? The future is ours. Excellent. Okay, so we can go ahead and start this upgrading as soon as we can. We're currently lacking a little bit in the alloy department. I'm not too concerned about that, honestly. We'll have that within 2 months. We can just wait that out. There's 1 month. We need 564. Fantastic. We do need a new physics research. Let's grab... Hold off. Let's grab... Any of these would honestly be fine. We'll grab energy weapon attack speed for now. As our mining station orbiting Dragon's Hoard was repositioning to align with a particularly rich mineral vein, sensors picked up something that had hitherto gone undetected. An undamaged ether drake egg in pristine condition, buried beneath the surface of the planetoid, and surrounded by the smashed shells of several less fortunate specimens. The egg has been excavated and removed from the mining site, but its ultimate fate remains undecided. Well, we can incubate it, or we can smash it and gain 300 influence. We're gaining a ton of influence. That would overcap us. Let's just grab the Ether Drake ally. Okay, so we need to incubate this, and this is society research? Go for it. Oh yeah, we were ordered to not do any wars of aggression, but we didn't care. When does that expire? This does not say. It would be nice information to have, but ultimately we don't care about those guys that told us not to fight wars, so whatever. The Star Fortress will be done momentarily, and we want to get this upgrading as soon as we can. So right about now. Excellent. That does delay our construction of the Science Nexus, of course. That is to be expected, but we can get it right now. Fantastic. Now, as far as this ship goes, I kind of feel like we should maybe come back to Voidpool and start working on some orbital habitats. At least for a little while, until we get one of our currently underway megastructures finished up. Let's see, 180 days on our Strategic Coordination Center.
A study has been completed.
Excellent. And let's grab heat recyclers. And let's check in on our Sentry Spire. 680 days there. Fantastic. And we have a lot of influence. We can use that on claims, potentially. over in this region. Like, I'd love to take our original holdings, which included all of this, not this over here, but all of these up to this system here. That would be amazing to have. That said, for right now, we're trending towards overcapping our influence, so I'd be interested in potentially putting through some influence edicts. Improved energy initiative. It's not too bad. Research speed in society, though. We'll take that. That's only 70 influence. Veneration of saints. Research subsidies, please.
A special project.
Okay, hang on, Egg. I want to check these. Artisans output. I would rather alloy output, which is... This is only consumer goods, I believe. Artisans are consumer goods, correct? Yeah, these are metallurgist jobs. I would rather have metallurgists. And I want to go back into edicts. There we go. Fortify the border. Sure. Actually, that gives us starbase capacity. It does increase our empire sprawl from systems, but I'm okay with that. I don't really care. Fleet supremacy. Maybe later. When we're actually in combat. Technician output. Yeah. And we've already got forge subsidies. So that all looks good. That'll give us some time there. The egg has hatched. And we now have a young ether drake. How strong is said young ether drake? 12k. But I think we can put the young ether drake together with the juggernaut when that comes out. When is that going to come out anyway? We're going to need to go into our capital, into the mega shipyard, and that'll be in 350 days. Sounds good. 30 days on the Strategic Coordination Center, though, so that's great. Currently working on banking up a little bit of alloys. We are going to need them.
Inbound communicate.
Commercial pact invitation? Decline. I decline that. The final additions to the Strategic... I was going to say Command Center, but it's the Strategic Coordination Center, are several detached hostile force simulator bastions. These bastions contain much of the functionality of the Strategic Coordination Center on a smaller scale, but are completely independent of the main system. Within, elite commanders and their staff can become totally immersed in the culture and traditions of our enemies, and by studying their artwork, where have I heard that before, can better understand and simulate their military thinking. Once fully immersed, they will fight virtual wars against the staff of the Strategic Coordination Center, allowing us to simulate conflicts with any possible enemy in excruciating detail, which can then be studied from the perspectives of both sides, and our strategies refined upon. Yeah, that sounds kind of Grand Admiral Thrawny, but okay. I mean, if it works, it works. So, our Strategic Coordination Center here is now giving us a whole lot of starbase cap, and a whole lot of defense platform boosts, which is great. We want to scroll up then to our bastions here, because we are now at the cap of what we're likely to get for defense platform cap. So an ion cannon plus 4 defense platforms? I think that's reasonable. I do believe that that is reasonable. So these ones here, they're just going to need an ion cannon. Some of these are going to need an ion cannon plus defense platforms, and we're going to be a little bit short on our alloys to get all of this done, of course. This will be a relatively long-term project. However, with that completed, that does free us up to begin construction on another mega project. That's the word I'm looking for. Wow, I'm just kind of tripping all over my tongue today. Yikes. Okay, bribed officials on Elthier Prime. Rude. So, I mean, these are going to cost us a fair amount of alloys. We could, however, purchase in a few minerals like that. We've got plenty. And we can use our rather large amount of influence that we have right now to run the Cybrix Warforge. That's only about 5 months worth of income there. But we can go ahead and put our mega art installation right up over here. No need, I think, to majorly defend that. I think it's completely fine to just have it be as is. We're going to want a pair of missile batteries and a pair of hangar bays here. We're going to want a communications jammer. We're going to want a disruption field generator. And eventually, we're going to want a command center. Now, one thing that is definitely the case is that we don't currently have... We don't currently have a gateway here. We have one here, we have one here. I don't think we need to put one up here, but we may actually want to have this particular citadel not run the command center, and instead run the defense grid supercomputer, just because we'll be a little bit further away from defending it. It's definitely something to consider. I want to look in on... Oh, hello. Mob rule has been removed. Fantastic. I want to look in on these guys. Hello. They're now superior and superior to us. We are catching up with the Nurian arbitrators, the awakened empire. So that is a fantastic sign. This research ring world does need a research station. So we'll go ahead and put one in. A research lab. Actually, wait. For this particular one... we actually want luxury housing, luxury residences, because we're going to run out of housing if we don't have at least a few of those. So this forge world needs jobs, happily. This refinery world needs jobs as well. Now, we should probably get rid of the Cyto Revitalization Center. And for the purposes of jobs, we'll replace that with an alloy foundry. But this world... are some of these pops going to emigrate from this world and head elsewhere? 3 of them are robots. I'm not convinced that they will emigrate, although I'd like it if they would. The construction of the impressive Juggernaut has been completed. This mobile behemoth changes the paradigm of offensive warfare entirely. It can construct and repair ships on the front line, and is equipped with devastating firepower, allowing for a ceaseless assault of those who dare stand opposed to us. Only fools will oppose the Grim Council now. Indeed, and it's going to have an Ether Drake in tow, so it's 50k in strength. We're just going to group these together if we can. Not possible, apparently. Not allowed to merge the Ether Hatchling. We'll just move them together at all times if we can help it. So our Juggernaut is, of course, capable of building its own ships as well, acting as a mobile shipyard. There's been a war declaration. Fascinating. This agro world is lacking in jobs. Which, honestly... I feel like we should probably declare population controls here. We're not going to get additional jobs in this location. Yeah, because these are necrophyte jobs. Wait, does that mean our population here is entirely Grim One? Yes, it is. Okay. So, with that in mind, that means we get rid of the House of Apotheosis. And we would need something that gives us the same number of jobs as housing, theoretically. Or no, we would need something that gives us 7 jobs, ideally. We only have 4 available, though. Let's just put in an alloy foundry for right now. This mining world here, it could actually use... Do we not have a mineral processing facility here? No, we don't. It could also use a moat harvesting trap, and that is actually a higher priority. We're going to put that in first. This forge world needs housing, easy enough. Fantastic. Crime wave on Azure Chalice, that is of course our capital. We're already running an anti-crime campaign here. I'm going to remove the civilian replica complex and put in, for now, anyway, I'm going to put in an additional... Is this a planet limit? Yes, it is. We're going to have to put in a precinct house then, since we can't put in a second psi core. That'll be fine. Okay. So we should probably get started on... Oh, we're already started on building the Mega Art installation there. That's fine. Let's check in on our Sentry Spire. Only 53 days there. Wonderful. Let's check in on our Science Nexus. 1,000 days there. Sure. We can reach into the Shroud, and we probably should. Must focus. For reasons we cannot fathom, we've been drawn to this corner of the Shroud. Why? Honestly, I think increased weapon strength will be fine. Excellent. I mean, we may not use that in time, but that is just fine. Let's continue our work on our star bases here. Rising unemployment, yeah, we'll put in increased benefits. We'll put in an ion cannon and some defense platforms in each of these locations. Okay, we'll stop there for right now. This bastion... Hold on, you guys. This is this station here, and we want to put in, I think it was the Defense Grid supercomputer for this one. Now, the stagnant ascendancy here, the protectors, are asking us... Or wait, they're just now greeting us? I know why, too. Okay, we're going to praise the Divine for that meeting. But the reason, of course, is because we've finished upgrading the Sentry, which means that we can now see everything in the galaxy. No more fog of war. So that is fantastic for us. We're also going to want to put in... I think we're going to do it at Carnegie. We're going to put in the... These are all... It's just saying that we're lacking the resources. Can we have multiple of these? If so, that would be kind of ridiculous. Surely it's not going to let us. We're going to be able to find out in one more day, I guess. Or not one more day, one more month tick. If we can, that would be insane. Well, we can't put it up here anyway. No, it looks like it's only going to let us build one. That's good. That is ultimately very good. Because I would feel like I had to build all of them. We're going to build our interstellar assembly, and we're going to build it over here. Excellent. So that is all of the megastructures under construction or complete. I'm quite happy about that. This Forge World needs a job. Easy enough. This agriculture section here, it does need a structure. And the obvious choice here, of course, is that we would make this be a hydroponics farm. This Forge World is lacking in jobs. That's simple enough. This Tech World is actually needing a building slot here. Fine. I'm going to put in another research lab, which is right there. Excellent. This refinery world is, of course, needing alloy megaforges. This tech world needs housing and jobs. Easy enough. This forge world simply needs jobs. Simple. We need a chamber of elevation here. There we go. And Azure Chalice. We'll upgrade that to a Hall of Judgment. Fantastic. Okay, let's check in on our Science Nexus. That is currently 700 days remaining. Our Mega Art installation is 75% done. And we are currently 19% done with our Interstellar Assembly. Those will get finished up relatively soon. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to finish these up, and we are going to finish up our defensive platforms. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.
A study has been completed.
We'll deal with that then, too.